Looks like I may actually have some internet today. No, I shouldn't have said that. Knock wood, knock wood. Still getting over this flu, but obviously you can probably tell in my voice I feel much better. Now, where were we up to? Okay. That's right, we're going to talk to Stella all the way through. Hello, we'd like to talk to you.
Did you know that sometimes I have the strangest dreams? In fact, I dreamt that I was in a secret library within the monastery. Do you have any idea where that kind of library would be if it were real?
No. Although if I had more information, we could deduce its hypothetical location. Who knows? Sometimes the Lord uses dreams to remind us of things we don't know we know.
I'm assuming that's why I had a dream about the science fiction other planet last night, because I know there is one.
Do you have any idea who...
I only know it's not me. The rest could all be guilty.
I don't think it's him, but could it be Father Hines?
I doubt it. He supported me all along, although the printing press would put an end to his privileges as master copyist. So who knows?
Intriguing.
What about Giuseppe?
He's the Abbey's greatest prankster, no doubt. And he's been missing all morning. I'm sure he's up to no good.
And he did. Yeah. Orcs.
If Toribio did it?
Could be. That radical observant disapproves of everything I do. Although he is a coward. Would he dare to do something like that?
What if this is lay brother Ursus's doing?
He would only do such a thing following Brother Gines's instructions. Or Ursus. It's as if someone had removed his free will.
I suppose Father Emigio is above all suspicion.
It's not easy for our prior. Caught between those radical observants and the knowledge that progress is good for the community. If it was him, rough times await us all.
What if I did it?
Okay? Act like you're confessing.
Father Ezekiel, I stole all your letters.
Brother Iago, you're as bad at acting as you are noble in spirit.
Well, a good moment.
Father Diego can't stand you.
Another fanatic. But his excessive observance of the rule of St. Francis has kept him far from baths since last spring. My workshop would still reek of his nauseating stench.
Gross.
What exactly are those types you say were...
They're small metal letters that I place in line. When pressed against paper, they print the ink.
You could try writing without the letter. Write an entire book.
Oh yeah? Please start.
Thank God Almighty for visitors arriving on this at the Holy Catholic Sanctum that is Santa Brigida.
Ha! You said the.
Dang it.
How did you get Her Majesty to visit the...
Ever since my friend Johannes invented it, the printing press has enchanted nobles and commoners alike, and the Queen is no exception. Being aware of this fact, and after receiving approval from our abbot, I sent her a missive stating that Santa Brigida housed the first printing press in Spain. Now I wish I'd never had the nerve.
Why do you want to test it with Father Hines?
As master copyist, he must approve quality of all printed materials. But that won't happen now. The meeting is in less than an hour, and I don't have letters E. I won't call for him. He's always so busy, he won't even remember.
How did you get a printing press?
The inventor, my friend
Why are we asking
Johannes,
these questions?
sent
There's
it
only
to
an
me.
hour left.
I worked with him during my European travels years ago. He was going to send it to Segovia, but I convinced him by saying I would make the most of it, that I would show it to important people. which won't happen tomorrow if the Queen arrives and I print Isabella and Ferdinand, monarchs of Spain.
I mean, I think it has a certain ring to it.
Do you oppose those who practice a strict observance of the rule of St. Francis?
Not at all. They are the ones who oppose common sense, which is the tool our good Lord gave man to aid in his survival. Diego, Toribio, and all of those loonies want to take us back into the Dark Ages. We're in the 15th century, for crying out loud.
That's a good point.
You are a man of science. Isn't that somehow at odds with faith?
Science is the study of divine creation. How could it be at odds with faith? What is at odds with almost everything is human understanding that never manages to grasp the meaning of our good Lord or his creation. That's what science is for, to enlighten our understanding and bring us closer to God.
Is Father Gines closer to you or to the observance?
It's hard to say. On the one hand, he helps me with my research. On the other, he praises useless fanatics like Toribio. But Father Gines is an intelligent man. I'm sure he knows what he's doing. That is a periscope, invented by my friend Johannes and yours truly. Inside, there are two mirrors placed at 45-degree angles, allow the user to see without being seen. Unfortunately, one of the mirrors broke several days ago, and I haven't had the time to replace it. Please, take it. And if you manage to fix it, all the better.
So will.
Touch any of that, I beg you. If I can't use the printing press, I'll have some archaic form of writing.
Aren't you doing that?
You dare bring that down, Brother Iago. When I see it, I get the urge to draw. And I've got tons of more important things to do.
Nothing to see here, nothing to see here. Just
A beauty, isn't she? To think that a few miserable letters are going to make her look bad in front of the Queen.
Totally.
A metal plate, previously inked after hitting it with leather balls.
Okay.
That's where the types or letters go. That's where you put the paper you want to holds the sheet and moves it forward.
I think it's the first time I see you working without axe.
That's my fault. When I saw that the letters E were missing, I searched the entire... I was so nervous that I accidentally tossed them out the window.
Hmm. I have another hint. Must have missed something.
May I come in, Father Hines?
Door is always open.
What's wrong with my mouth?
I don't understand why you always favor Brother Toribio.
You are the better pupil.
But you'll be better off if you draw a little attention to yourself. On the other hand, commending Brother Toribio held over those he sucks up to, the servants.
Father Ezekiel?
He stands up to the observance and understands the world through reason. So brave, and yet the only reason that governs this world is that of your father. I do prefer over that gang of no doubt, but I must proceed not show him much esteem. By the way, he should be showing how that works sometime soon.
Don't you think it is a saint?
Oh, no doubt. He has a view of the future and would certainly embrace anything that Father Ezekiel and the like propose. But he knows that without the observance, he would lose his grip over the monastery. That's why he tries to please them. And he's not the only one.
I know you're not fond of Father Diego and the other observants.
How could I be? Their insistence on returning to the rule of Saint Francis is ridiculous. Their idea of poverty makes me laugh. You need money to preserve the knowledge of books, and a full stomach to think with clarity.
But you pretend to like them.
I must. If not, they'd rally against me in my library. They'd find out what I'm hiding sooner or later, and they wouldn't like it.
What makes you so attached to Ursus?
His gratitude, just as yours, bonds me to you.
You saved Ursus's life as well? What had he done?
Oh, I don't even remember.
You've forgotten?
When the Inquisition wants to execute someone, they don't need an excuse. Who cares?
You said you would grant Giuseppe a Christian burial. Have you done so already?
Ursus took care of it before the morning prayers. Don't worry about it.
I'll pray for him.
Don't waste your prayers. Keep them for you and for me. But send them to your father, Satan. Beg him to grant us the ability to read that book.
Where were we last night?
It's best if you don't know.
Why?
You are my most prized possession. I don't want to lose you.
What if I had read the book? Would you have left me to die?
Not in the slightest. I wanted you to see the power of the book, but you're not ready yet.
What if Toribio had read the book?
That coward. He would never have even tried. I only took him to incriminate him. I was afraid he'd badmouth me to the observance. Now he won't dare.
The book has a Y on its cover. What does it mean?
I don't know, Brother Yago.
My name is Miguel. Yago is only the name you gave me after helping me escape the Inquisition. It starts with a Y.
Don't jump to conclusions.
Do you know anything about my father?
Yes. He rebelled against God and turned into Satan. He stayed in the shadows for centuries, but one day he will rise.
I'm talking about my human father, the Duke of Fuentenegra.
You don't have a human father.
I don't follow.
In order to avoid further problems with the Inquisition, the Duke confessed that you weren't his son. Years before, an old man who claimed to be a messenger of the King of Naples spent a night at your father's estate. The next morning, he had disappeared, leaving behind all of his belongings. His clothes were lying on the bed, covered in blood. And among the clothes and blood, they found a happy and healthy baby. You, who hadn't managed to conceive an heir or but kept quiet. His family name. But no one ever heard from that old man again. It was Neville's doing, no doubt, an act of your true father.
You have denied it countless times, but the Inquisition is still looking.
The plan worked perfectly.
Your name is Miguel.
It's whatever I say it is. Miguel was devoured by a dog in that dungeon 3 years ago. That's what the Inquisition... And... quite a story.
Dream of returning to Fuentenegra and...
Fool. What if someone recognized you? As I've said before, I didn't give you a new life for you to through. Your place is... at least until we decide that.
When you saved me, you were already master copyist of... And Ventenegra is more than 20 days away. How did you find out about me?
One of my grateful pupils, scribe of the Holy Office. He noted a commitment to understanding ancient books, languages, and lost knowledge. When the Inquisition on you, he immediately and arrived just in time.
I feel like I'm in Santa Brigida.
For languages, and it will be so even more in the future.
Well, I've got my own ideas for...
Speak.
You know how much I enjoy ancient mythology. Maybe I'm writing about it, like...
The fact that I allow you to read certain books does not mean you can knowledge. Anyone who speaks of pagan myths will have a target of the Inquisition. Do you wish to go through that again? Or
I'd like to follow in Father Ezekiel's footsteps and do something with my hands. I like the forge, to see iron come to life. Vulcan, the blacksmith deity.
your lies not in your hands, but in your head. I will not let you put it to waste. Any other ideas?
Since I understand all languages, maybe I could be a missionary and evangelize the Americas.
What part of I am Satan's son have you not yet understood? Any other ideas? Listen to me. You are the devil's son. There's nothing you can do about it. Make the most of the gift he's given you.
But how? His is the book that killed Giuseppe.
Perhaps, when you decipher it, we won't have to hide anymore.
Then why don't you let me give it a shot?
I must first test it on other subjects. I can't risk losing you.
I could use a mirror to read the book's reflection, just like Perseus did to avoid turning into stone when looking at Medusa.
Oh, nonsense. Mythology is nothing but myths, legends, and lies. But the power of the book is real. You've seen it.
If the book is my father's work, why would he kill me?
Because the book is not your father. Does it have eyes? Does it know who you are? Can we be sure it will recognize you? Can we know if it has a will of its own?
Well, I'm willing to take that risk.
I would protect you with my own life. If you want to risk your own, you'll have to do it over my dead body.
I think I'm not cut out for the priesthood. I'd like to get married. You know, meet a woman and...
And? Do you think I'm a virgin? I will give you, not one, but many women. We reach the priesthood and for you, but time take its course. What else do you have in mind?
Regarding
Yes.
nothing. I'm just nervous, that's all. Hope it works.
I really couldn't care less, to be honest. The books I'm interested in will never be printed, although it does indeed spark my curiosity.
I feel like I've missed something, but I can't seem to find what. Yeah, look at that now. this.
Nah, the other day, when Tia was sleeping and Hines was not in his study, I snuck in. It's a bit risky and not an easy feat. But oh, the pleasure that comes from knowing that I could steal some superior if I so desired.
It's on the windows. Ooh. Ah, it does indeed. Okay, I think there's something on the floor, doesn't it? Sitting in on the scene. Oh.
If I'm not mistaken, it
Yeah.
must be in the east wing of the abbey. The door has to be... strange. It should be where Paolo San Leocadio's painting is.
Ooh. Mm-hmm. Stuff. Hmm. Hmm. Yep. Okay.
You know why I'm in a monastery? I sanded down the handle of a torch holder at my father's house and split the wood in two, but used molasses to hold it together. When one of father's concubines put a torch in it, the torch holder broke and the torch fell onto her. She survived, but never again did father wish to lie with her.
That's cool. Alright guys, I'm going to leave it here for now. Thank you for